Apparition and Alchemist, they pick the counter to a hero, and then they pick the hero itself later in the draft. It's an interesting strategy. I'm not sure if that actually is something they think about, or if it's just a coincidence in this case.
I think it just happens to play out that way, especially because, for the most part, those heroes, like the support heroes that counter these cores, are picked extremely early in the draft, too. Like, AA is first picked, for the most part.
Oh, look at Pasha's mount. That's the cool Batrider mount. He's definitely prepared.
Man, oh man.
We're going to see that gaping mouth all game long. Not be able to get lassos time and time again. But I'm ready to be wrong, maybe. Brax.
Nice.
I'm ready for the first game ever for a Batrider to be successful against a Nyx.
It's not just a Nyx, also it's Nyx Silencer.
Yeah, true.
It's tough.
All right, so as we get the warding expeditions underway. Oh, good. My auto camera does work. My Pushka here. Smoked up, TP'd. It's a nice juicy ward here. I would call that a juicy ward, by the way.
Why is it juicy?
I don't know.
Right.
I really felt like saying juicy, and that's the only thing that was in my line of sight. So
this is a naked ward with no cosmetics.
Yeah, it
this is
definitely
the
wasn't
of the donkey.
It wasn't the right time to use juicy, that's for sure. Speaking of the donkeys, though, let's investigate, shall we? Oh, I love this courier. Okay,
Raccoon.
Empire with the. Everybody calls this like a red panda. Oh, look at the effects on it! Holy crap! I've never seen that one before.
Wowzers!
It's got like a shadowy thingy about it. All right, we're gonna have to investigate the other courier here pretty soon. But first, those gonna be scouted out by Ghostic, or is it the other way around? There are 3 members of VP here in the vicinity. Make it 4. And Ghostic's gonna have to retreat. Top lane, Pasha just hiding in the trees with his level 1 boots, as if you could get level 2 boots. Maybe one day, guys, we can get to that point.
Yep.
And while we have a little break in action, I really do need to see this other courier. Okay, we got the Akemi Katsuro. We've seen that before, which is a great courier because it has a cat in it. So very happy to see that. Oh, we got a Ravage here from Bapushka onto 3. I don't think he's going to get this rune, though. Actually he's going to get charged. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. The last right click's going to go the way of Solo, who gets first blood. That means if Solo feeds this game, he'll be worth a lot more, Brax.
That is very true, but he's not going to feed. He's set up for success. So. He's got 53 experience into his level.
Oh, my God. You're right. That 53 experience. Holy jeez. That is pretty redonk. Meanwhile, top lane.
He's set up for success.
Pasha. He has 3 stacks of the Monkey Kingness on him. Sounds like a disease.
It does.
Kind of is. He'll be good to go, though. He's going to get a nice experience here from that first wave that he pulled.
This is very normal now from Batriders, and means that they don't really have an easy time in the very beginning.
Band score going pretty deep to get a little bit of harassment there, but alas, not a whole lot he can do at the end of the day.
Yep. You know, ever since they added the experience on denies, Batrider can actually get level 2 off the first wave when he pulls them back like that. If he's not like messed with, then he can actually get like 2 of the denies.
That's pretty cool. Not gonna get it here though.
Nope.
We have a 2v2 mid lane. Oh my God, an arrow actually hits on Maposhka. I have no idea how he got that off. One more right click will do it if he's not gonna miss. He does. Oh, no one. The RNG gods do not smile in your favor this morning, good sir.
Missed twice uphill.
Oh, was it twice?
Yeah, it's very sad.
Lol. That's unfortunate. What's that? I'm gonna have a blank here. The RNG where the longer you do it, the more likely it's to happen. What's that called?
The pseudo random.
Yeah, pseudo. Do you know if that works on uphill attacks?
It's everything, isn't it?
Is it everything?
I mean, there's like a couple random things, but I think for all the mechanics, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, because every patch note that comes out, it's like it shows the changes in individual skills, but I don't remember ever seeing anything about uphill misses being pseudo random. You know?
Yeah, I actually don't know.
Nobody. See, I always ask these questions, Brax. That's what I'm here for.
You just
make everything more difficult. Bottom lane charge and Stormhammer. Nature's Prophet, Ghost Stick, you are in a lot of trouble, good sir. One more right click should finish the job. See if he can juke out of this. So it does have boots. Oh my god, he's actually... There's no way. There's no way. There's no... What? Oh my god. That was an auto taunt, by the way. Pretty sure. But very fitting nonetheless.
Yeah, when you're low health and you TP like that, it does that.
Did you know Nature's Prophet has the most taunts in the game? I actually wasn't aware of this until recently. I'm not a big Nature's Prophet
He has
player.
more than one?
Yeah, he has like 4 taunts. It's really weird.
I didn't know that. I didn't know heroes had more than 1 taunt.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody else does that I know of, at least. Nature's Prophet, one of the few, for sure.
Spirit Breaker's charging mid here, but it looks like nothing's really gonna happen.
Oh, okay, you're right. He didn't go for it. You'd think he want to get a little Orb of Venom proc on him, you know? Very important stuff.
I know if that was you, you'd be under that tier 1 tower right now.
And it's worth, though. We talked about the value of worth yesterday. And nothing's changed in 24 hours, you know? Up. FN. Nice steering chains. Let's stop the charge in this tracks. Lil, with pretty much no mana to speak of, has a mana pot queued up, in fact. What kind of a difference has... I know this has been a while since they've changed this, but looking... Because a lot of times things are changed in the game, and then people have an initial reaction as bot lane. We're going to have a Cold Feet and a Stormhammer applied to Ghost Stick. And he actually is going to get frozen on the outer edge. That's super unlucky. Very unfortunate for him. But when big changes are made, people have initial reactions, and then maybe months later, there's kind of a different view on it. The whole shrine's not working until 5 minutes. Other than the off lane, how does that affect the game, do you think? And has it been a positive or negative change?
But I think it's positive. I think it's got people to think about how they want to use the shrines a bit more than, you know, I traded poorly and now I need to go shrine.
Right.
Like now at 5 minutes, people, the push because they're using some deep shit, man.
Yeah.
He is deep.
He unfortunately does not have Spike Care, but beautiful Impale onto 2. And that's actually going to be enough to get away.
Well, just like that, he's out. What I was saying was, what was I talking about again? I was talking about shrines, right? At 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Basically, at 5 minutes, siege creeps spawn, shrines start becoming active. That's when teams really look to make their first move to try to be active on the map and to apply some pressure. Like, I imagine one of these teams will be rotating, most likely not Empire, or sorry, not VP, just because of the way their AA hero works. They'll probably want to sit here with Sven and secure him a bit till he gets his lifesteal. But, yeah, that's usually when, like, people make plays. You know, it's nighttime, you can actually gank these lanes. So, yeah.
So, pretty much as expected.
Yep.
Oh. Bottom room, we're going to have an arrow actually connect on Miposhka. Spike Carapace keeps Mirana in place. Trying to juke around the trees. It's going to take a couple more... Wait. Oh, he has DD. Okay. Can't tell with that Dota Cinema Mirana set that he had DD.
That's, man. Pay to win.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, if you get a DD, guys, that is pay to win for sure.
You know, I've actually died to an IO one time because I couldn't tell he had double damage until he sat there and just gave me the beatdown.
Yeah, for sure. I think the hardest one to see is the IO when he's invis as a spectator.
There's something
literally impossible.
Difficult to see for sure.
Volvo, please. Mid lane.
Right, so it looks like it's that time for VP to start playing around the map. Sven's self-sustainable against this Furion.
Oh, we see a charge coming in. Lil, it's going to connect on FN, who initiates on Ancient Apparition, who's going to die first. Do they actually continue here? Ghostic's going to TP in the Sprout onto the Mirana. Completely mana burned up as well. Leap has already been used. A couple more right clicks should suffice. Down goes no one. Looks like Lil's going to survive through this engagement, but great rotation for Empire.
The courier delivered no one's bottle in his stash.
Ooh.
So he couldn't use it on the escape there. He might have actually been able to live.
Yeah, that was super close. It was right on the outer edges of those auto attacks for sure.
Yep. The courier always delivers consumables first, so your clarities and salves and stuff.
Can you tell me why that is so annoying?
I don't know.
It's really so annoying. It should be based off of like either the position of the inventory in the courier itself or the net worth being higher. I'd rather have that happen.
I think it should be the net worth. I like that.
All right, top lane, we're going to have a little bit of engagement here. Silencer lassoed up. Lil trying to do a little bit of damage, but Chappie, he gets his proc off, and now he's hitting like a truck. Completely destroys the Spirit Breaker. Vanscore might be dropping to Pasha, and eventually will, but not before Chappie helps take him out. So no experience for the Bat Rider there.
You got the int.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it's all about.
We say no.
Let's see, what does Silence have? 6 int right now, so I mean it's a far cry from yesterday, but you know, it's still pretty good for a normal game.
Yeah, I mean he's level 5 at 7.5 minutes. That's pretty good. He's doing fantastic.
The seeds of fortune.
Well, no one right now. 47 and 10 in the mid lane. And on the other side, the Ember Spirit 44 and 3. So relatively even as far as the CS is concerned.
Yeah, very nice. You know, Ember Spirit's one of these melee heroes that gets bullied in pretty much every matchup. So he's very happy when he can pretty much stay even in CS like this.
This freaking Sven cosmetic, the cleave, it's very exaggerated.
It is.
I like it, but it's very exaggerated.
I love it too. I mean, late game when he cleaves you, that thing kills you in 2 hits.
Yeah, for sure.
You gotta be able to
But like
see the
right now,
effect.
it just looks way more menacing than it is. You know, because
That's
it's not
true.
doing any damage.
Right now, it's a bit underwhelming.
Well, no one has the DD bottled. Looks like he is having a lot of luck with the DD runes this game. Level 8 right now. What level do you get Moonlight Shadow? Okay, as I say that, so level 8. Got it. And he's gonna use it right away. See if we can actually initiate here. Don't think anybody was on the map to see that.
Yep, they're all in the trees waiting, making a play up top, it looks like.
Ooh, Pasha. He's gonna find Van Score. There's the Firefly into Lasso. Solo's here for a little bit of right-click action, and Lil with the charge, helping finish him off with ease. Monkey King pops the ult. Not really gonna be super effective here, as most of VP is just gonna back off.
That's to get away from me.
I guess so.
Denied.
Do you the old ult? What did it give him again? It was it damage?
Yeah, it gave him a bunch of damage.
And now it gives him just armor, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of armor though.
Oh god, mid lane, great setup there from Miposhka with the spike carapace, baiting the Starstorm, and FN comes to finish the job. As there's now a charge placed to him.
Now this mid tower's gonna receive the beatdown as well. That's
Yep,
probably
indeed, and this is the
the worst feeling, right? You just casually nuke out a creep wave, you get carapaced and impaled off of it, and then just die.
yeah. Nyx Assassin, man, it's a hero, that's for sure. Here comes the stun from Ramses. Can they actually finish somebody off though? Doesn't look to be the case. They are gonna get the deny though. Did cost Sven his ult, but you know, not the worst thing in the world.
He's just going to the Ancients anyways.
Oh, you're right. Oh, yes. Look at that cleave. Oh, it's actually a triple stack. Pretty nice as I missed a kill looking at the fucking Ancients, for God's sake. No one killed the Pushka. What happened,
Yep,
right?
you got him with he arrowed him from the trees, had double damage, leaped in and just hit him.
Oh, yeah, the double damage that you can barely see. Most of the effect here is from the bottle and the mana pot.
It's
but
actually
believe
really
me,
hard to see.
Yeah. So does that mean the double
Nice
damage
set.
aura typically is applied to the mount? That's the only blue part of that hero right now.
I guess so.
Today I learned, guys. You can learn about cosmetics anytime you want. If you just put your mind to it and have faith.
I love cosmetics.
Aren't you the one that literally doesn't use any cosmetics?
I just don't have any. I sold them. Times are tough.
That's when you know times are tough, guys. Selling all your cosmetics. Did you get like $10 for it or something?
I had a lot of cosmetics.
Oh, okay. I get you are a pro player. I guess that's true. You get a lot of donations, I'm sure.
I used to. I had like a couple $100.
Oh, here we go. Miposhka finds Sven, just camps there with him. Here comes Chappie with the ult, along with Ghostic. It's going to be more than enough to take out that tanky Sven. Lil able to TP out to safety, and this means the tier 1 tower is going to get completely wrecked.
Yeah, you know, VP do have this scary Sven farming up a storm, but Team Empire, their lineup is quick to mobilize Ember Spirit, Nyx Assassin, Furion. Even the Monkey King can scout people out in the trees. Like, it's pretty difficult to split up around the map to try to farm, even if you think you're hiding behind trees and stuff. So, I mean, Empire, they're still playing well. They're capitalizing and moving the towers together, securing objectives. They have 2 towers to VP's 0. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I think this was the most hotly contested or anticipated matchup for this region. Mainly because Spirit recently got 3-0'd and then 2-0'd by VP. So VP is dominating most of the people in CIS, along with against Navi as well. Meanwhile, Pasha gets Searing chained up, so not able to find any kind of initiation. Has his Blink Dagger. He's farmed quite well this game. But now here's the real test, though, Brax.
This is where it gets scary.
Now
right?
we'll see if he
dagger.
can... Exactly. Now you see if he can actually do anything with it. Silencer is level 6, by the way. So the combo... The Wombo combo of Empire is up. The Global Silence / Spite Carapace. Gracious me. Oh, nice scan here. Finding Solo. Vanscore's going to get hit by the ult, though, from the AA. Solo attempting to get out of dodge. Lil, he's continuing to charge. Should be able to take out Vanscore if the AA blast is continuing to be applied. But it's not. He's actually going to get saved by Chappie and company. Lasso on top of Nature's Prophet attempting to run away right now. But the pressure is going to be on Pasha for the most part, as no one comes on and cleans up 2 heroes. Both Vanscore and Ghost Stick go down to the Starstorm. Chappie has his lifesteal up, but no heroes to hit, so we'll have to resort to the creeps.
All right, Pasha makes it out with 50 health in that fight.
Yeah, I actually can't believe he lived there. That was a huge save from no one. Oh, I hear more ancients.
Oh boy.
Oh yes.
That sound just make you happy.
It is very satisfying, actually. That was an ult and Mask of Madness.
Probably reminds you of yourself farming ancients. You just love it.
I'm not a big ancient farmer, actually. You know, it reminds me for some reason of the sound Centaur makes when he stampedes. So
okay.
That's probably what it is. Very satisfying indeed. Ghost Tick on the Nature's Prophet has Phase Boots Drums, so nothing too out of the ordinary here. Any important items coming up? Oh, we have Moonlight Shadow, though. We'll have to wait on that. And a smoke here from Empire. We'll see if they connect. Do they have dust is the real question. Looks like the charge is applied to FN right now. Ramsey's going to get the stun off. Here comes the charge. Beautiful layering. Absolutely no chance to get out. Has that Ember Spirit. Now Vanscore stuck in the wrong place at the wrong time. I believe that is an Echo Saber on Ramsey's. Indeed it is. Is it normally a Mask and Echo these days? I thought that was something that people did rich in. Okay. So it's just a regional thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I missed the kill. No big deal, Chappie.
Don't worry, I caught it.
Takes out Solo.
Clicked him.
I'm glad that you Oh, he right-clicked him. Gracious me. Chappie is going to pay with his life. That is unfortunate. Not a good trade for him.
Empire giving up quite a bit there. They happened to catch him out with the Moonlight Shadow and snag 3 quick kills. Maposhka's been spotted now too.
Yeah, he does have Spike Carapace. Ramsey's trying to fake it out, but doesn't look to be in the cards today. Yeah, no charge though.
Yep, he was like 3 mana off the charge on Intelligence Treads.
In treads.
But I mean, this is just space for VP. They're playing with Sven. Their late game is very, very good. Not to say that Empire's isn't, but they farm much quicker than Empire wants to have some sort of map control. Empire's strength comes from being able to get around the map so quickly and find these heroes to go on first. Like right now, Nyx is scouting out the Sven so they can set up ganks on him.
Yeah.
They gotta be fast because he clears waves really fast.
Yeah, for sure. It's something we didn't really mention, even though it's not quite the same counter as level as Nyx versus like Bat Rider or something like that, as Ramsey's going to get initiated on. The stun's going to miss from Miposhka. Here comes the Global Silence. Sven is so slow inside this Monkey King ult, and the right clicks will suffice. But what I was going to say is Nyx actually has a decent opportunity to stun Sven out of Invis just because of the cleave. That's something I didn't really think of originally. Maybe not a hard counter, but...
It's definitely good, especially in team fights. He'll probably get clipped by the cleave before the Sven has BKB. He is working on it now, but he always wants to see small items first before he goes for that.
Yeah, Miposhka doing a decent amount of work this game so far.
Yeah, definitely. Getting deep vision down for his team as well, setting up these ganks. Levels are looking pretty good too. The one thing that's a bit concerning for Empire is they do rely heavily off this Global Silence cooldown, and it is on cooldown for 80 seconds. So it looks like VP are going to make their own play and go up towards this top tier 1 tower.
That's definitely true. No one in the meantime getting close to finishing his Manta style. Should be able to take out this tier 1 by himself. I don't think there's any defense coming the way of Empire. But in the meantime, they're just going to split push. They're going to push down the mid lane, bottom lane as much as they can as well. FN with Haste Rune at the current point. Looks like he's going for a Lincoln's first item on the Ember Spirit. What do you think about that?
I think it's a good choice if he has Lincoln's. I can't imagine him dying very easily, split pushing these side lanes. And right now, that's kind of all they need. because Furion can push these waves out, but he can really only send trees after a certain point, right? They want that hero that can actually just sit there and push the wave out without too much fear of getting initiated on. I think it's quite important.
How annoying is it for a Spirit Breaker player to have a Linken's on the opposing team? Is it more like, okay, I'm just going to use my charge so that lasso is available to use on that hero kind of thing? Or is it actually a big hindrance?
It's pretty much what that is, but of course that takes perfect coordination, and sometimes it gives that player with the Linken's that, you know, fraction of a second more to react, and usually it's enough for a lot of these Ever Spirit players. So it just makes everything more difficult.
Yeah. Is this pretty much standard now, the 30 damage over 8 spell amp for the Talon on Ember Spirit? I remember there was a 50-50 back when it originally got nerfed.
Yep. I would say that the spell amp is actually still more common.
Okay. It used to be 15% though, right?
Yeah. Oh no, 12%.
You sure about that? I thought I got nerfed twice. Okay.
It was 12, 10, then 8.
Oh, they went down by 2 in increments. Okay. Huh.
The prize is mine.
Oh man, VP was grouping up for a smoke, and now they've been scattered by all these trees, delaying their timing as Empire just pushing everywhere.
Yeah. Top lane. Looks like this tier 1 is under threat, and no defense coming other than the AA blast, I suppose. But it is going to be a trade of sorts, as the tier 1 bot was taken out by Sven and company. Haven't really had a team fight, I want to say. Just the closest one was the Global Silence fight, but wouldn't really call that a team fight by any means. Pushka finds Solo. Oh, he's going to miss the Impale. Solo, though, in quite a bit of trouble. Out of position. But he does that a lot, and it is somewhat calculated, I'm sure.
It's one of those things where he's like, guys, I'm going here. I'm probably going to die, but I don't care too much fight.
You know, it's actually interesting because it's partially mind games, right? Because you don't know if he placed the ward. You actually assume he did. Like, what else is he doing there? But look, there's no fucking ward there.
Yeah, no, 90% of the time, you definitely assume, oh, there's an AA here. Look, he just pops a sentry right down in front of his shrine, or his bounty room.
That is pretty hilarious. Bot lane, we're going to have a Global Silence used. Chappie going to work a bit on Lil. Turns into a tree, then jumps on top of a tree. Can't see Lil because of the Moonlight Shadow. Scan is used, but to little effect. Ghost 6 not able to find anybody.
Oh man, so that's the Global Silence and Monkey King ultimate there. Baited out.
Are you expecting VP to take advantage of this now?
Yeah, I feel like this Sven is going to get out of control really quickly now. He has his BKB and 10 gold. Even Mirana is ridiculously farmed right now. I think Empire probably don't want to take any engagements without Global. They'll look for picks, but they don't want any team fights.
Now mid lane, Lil gets impaled up by Nyx. Not able to find an initiation there. But yeah, you're right. With this Global Silence, then you have to expect Empire to split push or play somewhat passive, not trying to initiate on a fight or anything like that. No one with the Manta Arcane Rune right now, going towards a Diffusal Blade for himself. Actually, they're going to take this opportunity, VP is, to just take Roche out. And I can't blame them. I mean, what can Empire do without Monkey King Ult, without Global Silence?
Yeah, exactly. These are probably their biggest tools right now for team fighting, and there's nothing they can really do about this, even if they were completely positive what's happening.
All right, who do you give this Aegis to? You give it to no one. Okay. You know, I really hate... I think we've been over this. This is actually a pet peeve. Giving, like, Aegises to people like Sven, like Lycan, freaking god-awful heroes with Aegis. If I do say so.
Definitely not the best Aegis for sure.
Oh, AA Blast is going to connect onto 2. Monkey King gets lassoed up. Starstone applied. He is pretty freaking tanky, though, overall, but the Nether Strike's going to keep him in place. And finally, we go down. Takes a lot of commitment, though, from VP. Mirana, in the meantime, no one does have that Aegis. Going to take out one before his Aegis is popped. Vanscore, in the meantime. Is there a Force Staff for him? Doesn't look like. He's just stuck in the trees, resigned to his own death. The arrow will scout him out, and the right click will completely finish him off. And Sven and company, VP just starting to roll over this game now as they're going to take out this tier 2 mid.
Yep. Good news for Empire. Now Global's up. They can fight now.
Yeah. I didn't really... I mean, obviously, anytime you have a hero like a Silencer, any type of long ultimates, you have to keep in mind about being able to use that as often as you'd want. But Sometimes it doesn't matter as much depending on the lineup, but you're right. This lineup is 100% dependent on it.
Yeah, a lot of times these lineups with big cooldown ultimates, if you happen to misuse them, or like the fight doesn't go your way when you use one of these big ultimates, you lose out on almost everything on the map, right? They just lost a team fight. They lost Roshan for free.
Oh
they
boy.
might lose Ghostic down bottom as well.
Yeah, he really wanted to go on to show off that Orchid. Here's the global silence. BKB popped by Ramses, and that is going to be more than enough to take out Empire's Nature's Prophet. And again, that's global silence used to pretty much no effect.
Yep, they're going to have a window here where they probably don't even need Ground Strength to fight, actually. No potion gets diffused up mid.
That was a good bait of the spike carapace from no one, and he's going to be able to finish off the Nyx Assassin pretty easily. I remember back in the day, I say back in the day as if it was that long ago, but Mirana's getting Ags.
I mean, it was like a year ago.
Yeah, it's less than a year, isn't it? Well, regardless,
TS6, right?
With that item, Nyx became a pretty hard counter to Mirana, actually, because of that spike carapace. Oh, Monkey King is going to show himself. Oh, boy. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong camp to farm, my friend. Chappie completely destroyed. Arrow connects into the lasso. Silencer, of course, no global ult, so not the biggest kill, but it is the advantage as far as 5v3 is concerned. And with that, Ramses can take out the tier 2 bot. Only one outer tower remaining for Empire as VP looks to go high ground.
Yeah, VP look pretty unstoppable right now. Not a whole lot Empire can do to combat this.
Another great bait of the spike carapace is going to lead to yet another kill here for VP, as this is looking like an insurmountable lead now, hovering around the 10k mark for VP.
Sun's fan, Batrider just imbalanced. He's on in this game.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
guess,
Silencer and Nyx can
so.
stop him.
Well, so one thing I've noticed Pasha doing that for some reason, I don't understand why nobody else does this, but he hasn't been using Firefly as much, which is the reason Nyx counters the hero. You just jump in with Lasso. You don't need the Firefly. You have enough damage with Ramses and company.
Yeah, this game definitely also happened to spiral out of control after that Roshan. Like before, everything was kind of manageable. Sven was still farming, but so were Empire. But then after losing that, I mean, it looks really difficult for them to come back into this game now. But they are close to some items. Ember almost has Lincoln's, Nyx almost has his Blink Dagger. Chappie's working on his BKB as well. I don't know, man. Maybe they could still find a team fight somehow with the use of Nyx's Vendetta.
Yeah, that's definitely the hope. And just, I mean, keep in mind, the last two global silences were, for all intents and purposes, completely null and void. They had no effect at all. And that led to both the losing of the mid fight for Empire and then losing of bottom racks. So we'll see if they can coordinate that a little bit better. Perhaps they can bring this game back into their favor.
Yep, I just hope it's not too late after losing those crucial fights already.
It very well might be, Braximus.
Thank you, Winston.
Thank you. It's the only character I named. I forgot to do that last night. One day I'll remember things that you tell me to do.
That's okay. They're not very important.
Don't say that about yourself, Brax, please. Ghostic. Unfortunately, we really haven't seen much effect from this Orchid. Obviously a really good item to get on Nature's Prophet, but they're just too far behind right now for this to make a difference. FN, they're going to find Spirit Breaker here. He's like, what the hell is everybody doing on this side of the map? Good God. Orchid almost takes him out. One more right click. End up doing it. Global Silence comes out. No one pops the Manta, so not going to be silenced whatsoever. Batrider has the BKB. Doesn't have to worry about that Firefly being canceled from Nyx Assassin. And with that, ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, and VP are going to continue pushing bot.
Yep, and Silencer has hit that point where 3 core heroes on VP have some way out of the global silence. So, their team fight is not very strong anymore. Like, if they get jumped by VP, they can always just counterplay the global silence, follow up on it. And, yeah, his heroes definitely missed that window where he is very strong.
Is Ramses actually going Battle Fury?
People do it against, they do it against Furion, so they can keep their Quelling Blade.
Oh, that's true.
They don't want to.
Definitely true.
They don't want to witness the Sprout-Teasy.
Yeah, Sprout-Teasy indeed. It's something I definitely remember. It's actually so weird that a skill like Sprout, so basic, can become so ridiculously strong the stronger the enemy gets. Because
once
they don't want to keep a Quelling Blade.
Yep, once they fill up those item slots, Sprout, whew, looks like one great ability.
How long is that actually? And with an Octarine Core...
6 seconds.
With Octarine Core, does it become permanent? Permanent Sprout, or do you need Arcane Rune on top of that?
It was like a half a second downtime.
Half a second, gracious me. AA completely blasted, so Empire have the numbers advantage for now. If VP try to aggress or not, and if Empire can take advantage. Ghostic, just continue to push this bot lane. What items did you say were coming out that were super important? We got the Lincolns, right? Is that up and running? Yeah.
Yep, we got the Lincolns, and we've got the Blink Dagger up on Nyx Assassin as well. And Monkey's getting pretty close to BKB, but it still looks pretty far away right now.
Yeah, the main issue with the Nyx Assassin is that BKB on Batrider. So Batrider does not care at all about Spike Carapace right now. As we have a charge, Ghostic. Oh boy, he's going to pop that Shadow Blade. There's the dust. Pasha doesn't need to lasso because the arrow connects from no one. And that is an easy pickoff for VP. I hear a Sven. Ramsey's going to go to town on this tier 3. Nature's Prophet dead for 45 seconds. Absolutely no buyback whatsoever. So that means this should very well be a mid lane Rax. As there's the initiation on the Nyx Assassin. You notice no Firefly, although it was on cooldown, so maybe not the best example. But Vanscore gets jumped on. 3-shot by Ramses. GG's come out. That's game 1 of this best of 3 for the upper bracket qualifier finals of the Dota Pit CIS region. VP looking quite strong, as expected.
It's interesting to see how these teams match up because they always play against each other, right? These teams know each other quite well. They've all even played with each other, probably on teams in the past. So I always like these games. But yeah, VP. Wow, they looked very dominant in this game.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit closer. I think Empire's going to come back to at least make it more competitive.